As the clock ticks towards 2030, Nigeria is still not on track to attain the SDGs. While the country's new political dispensation inspires some hope, current SDG statistics paint a gloomy picture. In the first half of 2023, 4 million Nigerians were pushed into poverty.
Food insecurity continues to spike as the World Food Programme projects 25 million Nigerians may face acute hunger by the close of August 2023.
Although 70% of Nigeria's population rely on primary health care, 6 in 10 lack access, worsening the spread of disease and out-of-pocket expenditure. In Nigeria's 2023 budget, 8.8% of the appropriation bill was allocated to education. Still, this falls far short of UNESCO's 26% benchmark.
Gender bias limits Nigeria's economic potential as females are marginalized in access to education, healthcare, and finance compared to their male counterparts.
Established in 2022, the BMGF-sponsored high-level forum on SDGs envisions sensitizing and engaging 16 million Nigerians on identified SDGs by 2025 and communicating the urgency of achieving each goal by 2030. The multi-stakeholder platform leverages collaboration across the public and private sectors, as well as civil society, to advance its mission. In 2022,
the HLF spotlighted the declining rate of food crops cultivated by Nigerian farmers
at its Agriculture and Food Security Nexus Validation and Consolidation Workshop held in Abuja. The forum convened experts from the sector who advocated for urgent action to close the gap between food demand and supply in Nigeria by producing enough food to meet local demands. Still in 2022, the forum partnered with the NESG's Policy Innovation Center to organize the first ever Gender and Inclusion Summit in Abuja, Nigeria, tagged Connecting the Dots for a Gender Inclusive Society. The summit convened public, private, and development sector practitioners to co-create actionable strategies for addressing gaps in gender-responsive governance and programming in Nigeria. The second in the series is scheduled to hold in November 2023.
Global parity is a problem. Global parity is not recovering in terms of bringing men and women to equal opportunities. If you look at the World Economic Forum Global Gender Report 2022, it says it will take another 132 years, 132 years to close the gender gap.
At the 28th Nigerian Economic Summit, the HLF convened dedicated sessions on multidimensional poverty and universal healthcare coverage. Both sessions were designed to nudge stakeholders to discuss constraints and solutions to achieving primary healthcare and shared prosperity in Nigeria.
Bring your CSR money, adopt a state or a program within a state in health, in education, in labor force, and let's together move the numbers. This is transformative in many ways. One, it's one of the ways to mobilize resources at scale to deal with big problems. Two, it's one of the ways to ensure that money goes to programs that we all can hold everybody accountable for. Three, it's one of the ways to measure real commitments. Tell me how much money you will put in the operationalization of primary health care centers in Nigeria.
Earlier this year, the HLF-SDGs supported the NESG's partnership with UNICEF
to launch a Child Rights Observatory
that seeks to tackle child rights infringement and poverty in Nigeria.
The observatory is an effort
to align Nigeria's poverty reduction strategy with the Child and National Multidimensional Poverty Index, and develop presidential-level accountability mechanisms for reporting and feedback on child rights infringement and poverty in Nigeria. As the clock continues to tick, the HLF is not resting on its oars. Its mission remains to convince stakeholders to work towards an SDG-compliant Nigeria by 2030.
To learn more, visit www.hlfonsdg.ng